just to look back at it and be like, wow, look how much I've grown, look how much I've changed. Because it does take a lot of effort and time. Will I say my boyfriend is the one? You feel like you can go to him about anything and he's not going to judge you? I would just say let that friend go. I don't want to stoop to their level and you're down here when you know you can be up here. Hey guys, it's your girl Casey here. Welcome or welcome back if you guys are not new here. Today we're going to be doing a little chit chat, girl chit chat. I asked you guys some questions on Instagram and y'all came through with the questions. So make sure y'all get a blanket, get some hot chocolate, get a snack, and enjoy today's video. Alright guys, so I hope the lighting's not too bad, but as you see we are sitting in front of the Christmas tree. This is like my back porch area, so I'm hoping the lighting's not throwing it off too much, but I do have the questions on my phone here. So let's go ahead and just jump into the video. So we're just gonna be doing like a little girl talk, just some other simple questions. So we're just gonna jump straight into it. The first question I was asked was, what made you want to start YouTube and how did you start YouTube? So what made me want to start YouTube was, I am just a big YouTube girly, which I also mentioned in my Q&A if you guys have not seen that. And so just watching a lot of people and like seeing how they grow, like I've watched the YouTubers I watch now, I've watched since they like almost first started, and it's like I want you guys to see how I grow. I just feel like that's so interesting in the connection you guys can have. And I am a brand new mom, so I feel like that's fun to watch as I grow to be a mom, learn new things, the adventure we are planning on taking, lots of big things coming in the future. And I thought I'd just document it, not just for you guys but for me as well, just to look back at it and be like, wow, look how much I've grown, look how much I've changed. But also with how I started YouTube, so it really doesn't take much. And sorry if you guys hear Remy in the background, she's playing with this toy, and when you're on the floor she has to be right next to you guys. So how I started, it really doesn't take much to start, guys. Like literally you can just pick up your phone and just start recording. If you were doing something that day, pick your phone up, start recording. That's all I did. And that's still what I do now. I do just record on my 15 plus, so yeah, I just record on my phone. Just pick up your phone and record. This phone that I do have is my 13. This is just like my content phone, so let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see kind of like what's on my content phone, how I manage a content phone. I also have an iPad and I have a planner book that I plan out all my videos. So really when it comes to how, you just want to make sure you stay organized, have a posting schedule, which right now it is Vlogmas, so I'm kind of just posting a lot more than I would normally do. Granted, I don't have the biggest following or anything like that, but if you guys are wanting to just do it for the money, I will say don't do it for that reason, because it does take a lot of effort and time to even get to that point. I'm still not even making money, and it's like I'm not here for the money. I do work a regular job and I do have a side hustle with making nails and about to be pursuing my tattooing, so it's like this isn't even for the money to me. So that's basically kind of how you can get started. Next question was, are you finding Vlogmas hard to keep up with? So I'm not really posting Vlogmas kind of like everybody else does that does content creating full-time, because like I said, I do have a regular job, so I do find it sort of kind of hard to find content to create or to post on time. So that's why I just did weekly vlogs. Probably next year, when if I am doing this full-time, which I hope to be doing, then I will be posting almost like every day. I know a lot of people are doing like the TikTok and Instagram just reels, but I just thought I would do some reels here and there and then some YouTube videos here and there. Vlogmas on YouTube at least is just weeks, and then I do little reels on TikTok and Instagram and shorts on YouTube. But like I said, I am a brand new mom with a 5-month-old. My boyfriend works, I work. We have been looking at moving and stuff, so I don't always have the time to find content, so I can't always go out and do stuff because I work every day except Sunday. This is my only day off because it's Sunday right now, so it is kind of hard to get and find content to squeeze in throughout my busy week. The next question was, what is your dream collab? So if I ever got to collabing, I would be so thankful and so grateful for whoever I collab with. I will say on my channel, I'm not going to be collabing with anybody I don't feel like fits my needs or would fit your guys' needs in general. I'm not going to promote something that I don't feel like is actually a beneficial thing, because like I said, I'm not here for the money. I already make my money on my own time. So my dream collab, honestly, I don't have one. I know I've mentioned Bloom a lot, so maybe even just a little collaboration with Bloom. Pretty Little Thing, I love their clothes. Fashion Nova, I love their clothes. Honestly, just some simple things like that. Maybe more as my YouTube grows, then I'll have bigger promotions, but I don't really think of it as that right now, just because I'm still a growing YouTuber. I'm fairly new to this, so really just small brands right now would be my dream collab. Any collab, I guess, would be my dream. But yeah, as those three I mentioned, those would probably be the ones I would really want to do right now. Even honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'd probably honestly wouldn't mind to do something for like a baby, like mom baby type thing, because like I said, I do have a 5-month-old, so something like that would be super beneficial to me and to all the new moms out there. So maybe something even like that. Next question was, how do you know what you found? How do you know that you found the right one? So I'm guessing they're talking about my current boyfriend right now. When it's really just a feeling. You won't know like this is the right one. It's just like a feeling. If that's your person, he is my person. He's someone I can go to talk about anything, and I don't feel ashamed to do anything, say anything like that. So it's like, you never really know though if it is the one. I've had past relationships, you know, you feel that love, you feel that connection, you think, oh, maybe this is the one, then it doesn't turn out to be the one. I think you guys may get that conception because we do have a daughter together, which I can do a whole separate video on that. But will I say my boyfriend is the one? Yes, I do believe he is, just because of everything we've already gone through, everything we talk about, our future goals, everything like that. Like, I can just see me staying with him forever. So really the advice I would give to you with finding the one is just, do you feel super comfortable with that person? Do you feel like you can go to him about anything and he's not going to judge you or she? Or do you feel like that is your other half? Like, that's your ride or die, that's your twin, everything. Like, that's, I feel like, how you could kind of know that that's the one. But like I said, everything kind of moved fast with us, but I do not regret a single thing. I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I wouldn't choose anyone better to go through these things than with him. How do you know that I just did that one. How to be okay with being alone. So I've always grown up kind of wanting to do my own thing, being by myself. All of my siblings are way older than me, so I'm used to pretty much being on my own. I will say I was a troubled kid growing up. I didn't really listen. I got in trouble at school because, like I said, I've always just wanted to do my own thing. I am the type that I don't want to listen to somebody else. I don't want to work for someone else. That is why I also run a business on my own, and I pursue another thing because eventually I just want to be my own boss. But in between like relationships and stuff, when I was alone, you just have to find like being comfortable with yourself and like finding who you are as yourself, and you can heal by yourself, you can do things by yourself and be happy. Honestly, the more alone time you spend, the better it gets. Like, I used to be someone who wanted to be out of the house all the time, partying at the bars, drinking with friends, doing all that kind of stuff. Now I am the type, I do not want to leave the house. I hate people. Just kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, I just would rather just be in the house with my family. Even before I had him and my daughter, I would rather just be in the house, work on my own success, work on my own thing. And just, when you're by yourself, you really don't have to worry about anything. When you're in front of people, you don't have the time to really think of your conflicts and what's going on in your personal life, because they're kind of like a block and a shield. So you don't have to think. You kind of just go and do. And being alone, you really have to figure out, okay, what is this, like, what's gonna happen if this, and if this goes on, is this gonna be okay, you know? So it's really like, you just need to figure out who you are as a person. Like, with me, before I figured out even who I was as a person, I was in the wrong groups, and that preceded me to do the wrong things. So I didn't really know who I was. And now, after taking that time apart from my friends, I figured out who I truly am and what my real intentions are. So that's just how I figured out how to be alone and how I dealt with it. Next question was, how can you tell if you have a really bad friend? I guess this kind of ties into the question I just answered. Again, with finding yourself, like, you will know what your intentions are, and if that person doesn't have the same intentions or goals that you have, and I mean, of course you guys might not have the same goals, but like as far as like you guys have like the same interests, I guess, then I feel like that's not considered a bad friend, but it's considered like if you're wanting to grow and you want to be up here and your friend is like down here and just staying down here and not proceeding to want to do anything to get up to your level and grow as a person, like money wise, as a person themselves or anything like that, then I would just say let that friend go, because you don't want to stoop to their level and you're down here. You can be the best self version of you, but again, that's not really saying. Okay, so I had a phone call, so I'm gonna try and figure out where we were exactly at. Oh, about a bad friend. So yeah, like all the things I just explained, that doesn't really mean that they are a bad friend. That shows that they are a bad friend. They're not there if someone's not there for you, or like they talk behind your back, like, which kind of sounds petty, but like if they're shit talking you basically behind your back, or being fake, and like say you have a nemesis and they're friends with them and they talk about you to your nemesis, I feel like that's just not a good friend. Nothing really creates a bad friend. I mean, everybody has a different definition for bad, but me personally as a person, I really don't care to have too many friends, just because like I'm again a person who likes to be alone now, because I know what I'm worth, I know what I can succeed to, I know where I'm trying to go, and it's like I'm not gonna have anyone hold me back from what I'm trying to do. So I just say figure out what you're wanting to do in life, and if your friends or whoever you hang around is not on that same level, or not wanting to see you succeed, or not supporting you, I would say just honestly just drop them. It's sometimes hard, but again, you'll figure out how to be alone and what's best for you. So that's really all I have to say on those two kind of questions, because they kind of tie together. Yeah, I don't really have much for a bad friend, I guess. Next question was how to start a good / healthy habit and keep it going. So if you guys haven't seen my Vlogmas or anything like that, I am doing like kind of like a keto low carb diet. So I guess that's kind of like my healthy habit, I guess. And I'm doing that just because it helps you lose weight. I already eat healthy as it is, but carbs do make you gain weight and they sit on you for a while. So doing this kind of makes you lose weight, and then eventually I want to get back into the gym, which I was in the gym before I had a baby. So really, like a healthy habit can really be anything, like staying off social media for a certain amount of time, staying off your phone for a certain amount of time, taking vitamins, that's healthy, taking time for yourself, that's healthy. You really just need to figure out kind of like what you want to do to better yourself, especially with the new year coming, figure out what you want to do to better yourself, to evolve, and then to stick with it. You just have to be disciplined. You have to be really disciplined to make sure. All right, so as I was saying, sorry, my storage is getting kind of full, but as I was saying, yeah, just be disciplined when it comes to keeping a healthy habit going. You just have to know what you want, what's best for you, and just be super disciplined and do that every day. Even if you just start out with doing it 3 times a week, that's still, you're keeping it going, and then eventually you can work on doing it every day. That's just how you can kind of keep something going. What's been on your mind? Oh my goodness, this question I had to answer because there's so much on my mind. I'm not gonna be able to cover everything obviously, but so much has been on my mind. Us moving, my daughter turning 1 year old, working, new jobs, everything like that has just been on my mind. I'm not gonna get super in depth on that. I'll eventually in the future do a more sit down talk video on kind of basically that question, what's been on my mind, what am I thinking, what am I wanting to do with YouTube. I'll basically do another sit down video with that kind of question, so make sure you guys turn those post notifications on so you guys don't miss out on any of the videos that I do have coming up. So I'm not going to get too much in detail about that question. Last question was, what is your end goal? Ooh, this kind of ties into that question again. My end goal really is just to succeed. Like, my end goal, like, I don't know if they're talking about like but I want to eventually build a house. I want to have more kids. I want to grow on YouTube. I want to be like super big on YouTube. Like, I want to be like the YouTubers, you know, I watch. Like, I guess that's a dream. So I don't really know what you want from the end goal, but just a lot. I want a lot of stuff, and I just know if I just keep working and I'm super hard on myself and I push myself to get there, I know I can. And I can't wait to see as my family grows. So yeah, that's really my end goal. There's a lot that ties into that and ties into the last question that I just said as well. So if you guys want more of like a sit down kind of thing, I will definitely do that. Just leave that in the comments so I can kind of jot down and write it all out, so I'm not kind of jumbling all over the place. But with that being said, I know today was a short video, but don't forget to give this a like, comment, and subscribe, and turn those post notifications on because we are posting back to back to back to back. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Bye, besties.